Now, let us talk of basic fire policy, that is the standard fire and special perils policy. Now, what it pays? Why? What is the necessity of giving loss of profit policy? First, let us understand that. Okay. Now, let us see what it pays. Your basic material damage policy, it pays only for physical loss or damage to the property, which is covered under the policy. But there is no protection for the trading loss, because you see, once there is a physical damage to the property which is covered under the policy, it does not stop here. There are so many things. In subsequent slide, I will show you what are the other consequential losses which are suffered by the client, along with, in addition to physical damage to the property. There is a trading loss when the production is either it is stopped partially or completely, following an admissible loss. The loss should be admissible. This is the fundamental requirement. I will explain this also because it is known as material damage proviso. I'll cover this point also. And that is why, since in addition to physical damage, there are number of other associated losses which are also suffered by the client. That is why there is a need to take LOP policy also in addition to fire policy. Let us see what are the other losses. These are the three things. One thing is your production loss, very obvious. When there is a damage to the plant and machinery, you can't continue with production, so there'll have to be production loss, and this would result into sales turnover, reduction in sales turnover. Your sales will definitely go down. This is a common phenomena which is seen after a material damage loss, and this results into loss of income. So income is measured in terms of loss of gross profit, and this is what we pay under the policy. So indirectly, if you ask me what we pay production loss, which results into reduction in sales turnover, which causes reduction in sales turnover, and ultimately it causes loss of income. So this is what we pay. Now you see, it is not the end. There are so many other consequential losses. These are the losses which are there, which definitely they occur, but unfortunately they are not covered under the loss of profit policy. Let us see what are they. Reduction in market value of undamaged stocks. Whatever is damaged, it's fine, that is gone, and company is going to compensate the loss under material damage section of the policy. But what about the undamaged stocks? Because if the plant is shut for say 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, depending upon the severity of the loss, there is a reduction in market value. Some of the stocks, they get deteriorated and the value gets deteriorated. This reduction in market value is not paid. Secondly, when the machinery is repaired, completely repaired, even by changing its part, its value goes down. There is a value in market value of the repaired machinery. As you all know, original machinery, the value which original machinery will fetch, a repaired machinery will not fetch. So there is a depreciation in market value also. Loss of opportunity. Why do I say? Suppose in the month of April, because say it is a bookbinder company, okay, and then your new session, education session, it starts in the month of July, say for example, and during the month of July, lot of opportunity is there because lot of orders are there, schools are opening, and your multiple opportunities are there in the month of March. If unfortunately there is a loss or damage to the property, there is an accident in the month of June or start of July, so this entire opportunity is gone because plant is closed, your factory is closed for another 3-4 months, so entire season is gone. So it will definitely affect in case of seasonal industry. Understand? So in that case, this opportunity loss is not given, but of course, loss of income is paid. That is paid under loss of profit policy. But this kind of opportunity is not paid. Then it is associated with loss of customers, loss of market. This is very, very important, because whatever is your customer, regular customers are there. In case you are unable to supply goods in time or continuous supply is maintained, your customers are going to buy. They will change the supplier. They will start purchasing the product from another suppliers. So that is a loss of market. When you come back to the market, you will not find those customers which they have gone. They have shifted. And if you approach them, it's very difficult to come back to you unless you are very special to them or your cost is much cheaper than others. Then of course they may come back. Otherwise, the customer lost is lost forever. It will also affect your goodwill, your reputation. Reputational risk is also very much there. If the plant is closed, say for example a plant suffers three accidents in a year, that means its reputation is gone completely. People would not like to purchase any goods from that industry, considering that there is no guarantee that this plant will keep on supplying me the goods in future also, because three accidents have already taken place. This is one thing. Then last but not the least is your penalties and fines that are imposed by the customers or third party contractors or any government agency. Quite possible if the industry is supplying orders to government industry. Some of the factories they supply to, they have military supplies. In that case, timelines are very, very important. If the consignment has to be dispatched before 31st of July, in that case, if it is delayed, then heavy fines and penalties they are imposed on the insured. And unfortunately, these penalties and fines, they are contractual liabilities and they are not paid under the policy. So what we see, this damage, physical loss or damage to the insured property. Some of the clients, they are under the impression that once we have material damage and your loss of profit policy, there is no problem, we will get everything. But sorry, they will not get everything. They will get covered. And that too after application of your time access, after application of under insurance, after making all adjustments for trends, the assessment of loss is done, which I'll definitely explain in subsequent part of my slides. And these are the things which are not paid. Okay. Now let us go to further basics. Okay, now you see major exclusions. So as you know, each policy has certain exclusions always. And here in this policy, again, there are exclusions. This policy does not pay if the physical loss or damage to the property is caused due to, these are the following causes: willful act, willful negligence, or gross negligence. If the material damage loss has taken place due to these reasons, neither material damage loss is paid nor LOP will be paid. One fundamental thing, that is, we call it, lastly, we have written in journal, this last line, if you see, any peril which is not covered under basic fire policy, if that occurs, then LOP will not be paid. What does it mean? The fundamental requirement is loss has to be first admitted under basic standard fire policy. Then only you can think of LOP. If there is no claim here, then nothing is paid under LOP policy also. What are the other things? This second point is very, very important. Any restriction on reconstruction or operations imposed by any government authority, public authority, this is very important. Most of the times it is seen that the plant, after suffering major loss, especially in pharmaceutical industries, these FDA approvals are required, or in some cases they are required to take permission, a specific permission from the government. And sometimes if the activity of the plant is hazardous or they are not following certain norms, in that case there is a restriction imposed by the government authority on reconstruction of the property. They are not allowed to reconstruct. Or if it is reconstructed, machinery is repaired, then they cannot start the operations. So whatever is the time lost due to these activities is not payable under loss of profit policy. Say for example, plant is ready today after reconstruction. Building is ready, machinery is ready, but government has not given you the permission to restart the plant. And as I told you, this invariably it happens in your pharmaceutical companies, because they need to take approval from authorized organization. Okay, they are the authorized organizations which permit them to restart the production. Unless they get the permission, they cannot restart. And sometimes 1 month, 2 month, or 3 months, they are delayed. The productions are delayed. So this loss is not paid. Then, of course, your war, invasion, act of foreign enemy, hostilities, all these things are not paid. Mutiny, civil commotion, assuming the proportion or amounting to a popular rising, military rising, insurrection, revolution, all these things, they are not paid. Okay.